Okay, so this is the pre-lab video for our next lab. The one lab is called Murder in a Meal, which is the lab you're going to be doing when you are physically in school. And the other lab is called What's in My Food, and that's the one you're going to do on the day that you are at home. If you are fully remote, you are going to join us on the first day in Zoom and do Murder in a Meal with the cohort that's here that day. And the second day, you will follow that cohort and do the What's in My Food lab at home. So for the What's in My Food lab, it's very, very simple. You're going to be looking at macromolecules in your food. So you're going to look at nutrition labels. You're going to look at it. This is an infographic. It shows you in the What's in My Food lab how to read through and what to look for. And then you're going to read some background information and answer some background questions. And then you're going to go into your kitchen and you're going to find 3 items that you would normally eat. It would be easier for you if they had nutrition information right on the box or bag. But if they don't, and you don't eat a lot of food that's processed, you can just look up the nutrition information on Google because Google has it for pretty much everything. And then you're going to fill out the information for each food item, talk about whether or not you think it was healthy, whether or not you were surprised by this, and that's it. And it will help contribute to our discussion in school. So that is for if you are not here during the lab day. If you are here physically or the first day of lab for fully remote, we're going to do Murder in a Meal. So here's the case. A murder has occurred right here in our peaceful little town of Rutherford, New Jersey. As top-notch biology students at Rutherford High School, you have been asked to assist in the investigation of this most unfortunate incident. Central to identifying the individual who committed this crime is establishing where the victim was the day of the crime, so that detectives can question the individuals with whom the victim came into contact. An autopsy was performed on the victim, revealed that the victim ate just prior to his time of death. Upon questioning the victim's friends and family, detectives working on the case have learned that the victim enjoyed eating at the following places: Buffalo Wild Wings, Olive Garden, and DiMario's Pizza. The victim usually ate at the following items from each restaurant. And so when you're in school that day, we're going to look at what the victim ate from Buffalo Wild Wings, or what he would have eaten from Olive Garden, or what he would have eaten from DiMario's Pizza. And you're going to decide what macromolecules would be present for each of those meals. Then you're going to perform the tests. So individually, you are going to test stomach contents that I'm going to make. So I'm going to decide a few days before the lab where I want him to have eaten last. So say I pick Olive Garden, I'm going to make the food or buy the food that would be present in his favorite meal. I'm going to blend it up in a blender, make it look really nasty, and then I'm going to present you with the stomach contents. And you're going to do the chemical tests that we did in class for proteins, carbs, and lipids on the stomach contents, and you're going to determine where the victim ate his last meal based on your results. Just to reiterate, for the lipids test, we're going to put a little scoop of the stomach contents onto a paper bag, and we're going to see if a grease stain appears on the paper bag. If there's a grease stain, lipids are present. If there is no grease stain, it's a negative test result. For proteins, we're going to put Biuret into a little Dixie cup with the stomach contents. If it changes to purple, like it did with the gelatin, then proteins are present. If it stays dark blue and you don't see a color change, there are no proteins present. We'll test 2 types of carbohydrates, glucose and starch. For glucose, we will put the stomach contents into a test tube. We will put Benedict's solution into it, and we'll put it in a hot water bath. If it changes anywhere from green, orange, or red, that means that there's varying amounts of glucose in it. That would be a positive test. If it stays light blue, there is no glucose. And the last one that we will test for is starch, which is the iodine test. We will take a scoop of the stomach contents, we will put it in a Dixie cup, we will add the iodine to it, and we will see if it turns black or purple. That means there's starch in the stomach contents. And if it stays orange, that means there is no starch. And then you'll be able to look at your results that you're going to put into a table and see where the victim ate his last meal. And that's it.